has to
Nigeria,
be. Go on.
Nigeria's matter. Nigeria's matter. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Bah.
We just don't know when they're going to stop, where they will find the boundary to mark a demarcation to say, okay, enough is enough.
Hmm.
But thank God, exactly. Thank God you are here to checkmate on them, because you are acting as a kind of check on them. If it wasn't for you that is giving us all this information, I'll probably not be having access to getting most of the nonsense that they are doing out there.
Honestly.
I think it's high time because this impunity cannot continue forever. It is high time that they should legislate. Nigerian. Well, I don't know if they will do it, but it is high time that Nigerians should start demanding for legislation that will take away the immunity that this people has, that makes them to behave like, I don't know how to put it, bunch of idiots out there.
They're like
People that are supposed to be
untouchable. They're
governing.
like untouchable. They
Yes.
laugh at us all the
Yes.
time. They're like,
They
all of you, especially those of us living abroad. They consider us as troublemakers. We are the ones asking questions, and all these questions makes them uncomfortable. It makes us look like we are confrontational to them.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Can you imagine a state governor? A state governor exercising the power of prerogative of mercy on terrorists. You don't negotiate with terrorists
to protect their people, but they have the one to protect terrorists.
You don't negotiate with terrorists, you crush them. Nigerian government have been negotiating with terrorists for the past 8 years. It hasn't brought us anything good. And they keep repeating the mistake over and over again and expecting a different result.
Did you hear that Zulu yesterday, Victor?
Oh my God.
That one said all the minors that they locked up for 3 months, that they should have left them in prison to serve as a deterrent to others who might want to protest in the future. And that's a guy who bragged that he has already freed over 160,000 repentant terrorists. And he's not ashamed of that.
These guys will just leave important issues and start chasing shadows. Are they encouraging these terrorists to carry on terrorizing the states?
Now.
Or they're trying to discourage them? It's unbelievable. I've never seen anywhere in the world where terrorists are being encouraged to continue doing what they are doing, to continue to terrorize the citizens of a country. I'm beginning to reap the benefits.
They heard the Quran and they said they won't do it again. Like, what the heck? What does that even mean? They swore by the Quran not to do it again. So then they've repented. Like, what do you even mean by that?
My goodness. It's unbelievable. It's as if we don't have leaders.
It's unbelievable, Baba. It is. But here we found ourselves being led by criminals that would rather use the insecurity to their own advantage politically. That's all that they care about.
In fact, it's just the charade is just. I mean, it's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. Nigerian government is not ready to govern. They made us a laughing stock that you can no longer be proud of calling yourself a Nigerian anymore.
Honestly.
A society where thieves are chiefs, a society where the intelligence ones get relegated to the background, leaving governance to a bunch of idiots, people that don't even know what governance means. Allowing criminality to thrive
is a criminal offense.
In fact, I don't know. I just don't know. Sometimes, my brother, let me not take much of the time. Let me allow others to speak also.
Thank you very much for calling in. Okay, you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Have a nice
day. Right?
Nice evening, bro. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. So I have another caller on the line. Here. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayegu.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Well done, my brother. Thank God. How's your family?
Well, we are good. Thank you so much for asking.
Yes, you are doing well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of what you do.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my call is last time you did show this guy when he did for Paris.
Call.
Yes. And you know how these people work. I won't tell you one thing where we say how people need to know. You see, if you see when a king of this guy, king of England, after I
King
take over,
Charles. Yeah.
yes, after I take over, which country first go?
I can't remember. Do you mind?
Okay, I will tell you two countries where he first go. First, you go to France. Then the
Okay.
second country again are Kenya.
Right, I saw that. Right,
And
right.
that is not a that is not a coincidence.
Hmm.
You know why?
Tell us.
They know say now Nigerians don't know say that they use us. So you know one show face.
Hmm.
So all this thing where Mark they do, they work for them. If you see this kind stealing where they go on now, my brother, for Nigeria, you go shout. And where those money they end up, you know now.
The West.
Yes. So all these things we know say they know say that our guy they like where they show him, you know, where all those things where they like him.
I mean, it
So
makes
you know
him
that thing
so
where they happen.
important. Yeah, it feels
Yes,
so.
you know that
It feels so among.
exactly. And everything you want. He na good guy, oh, but in age and the sickness where he get now, you know if he do anything.
Hmm.
You understand? But na good guy. I no go lie for you. No, I no hate him more.
I deal with
And
you.
forget about the way when he take come to power. You know, but he no go fit do anything. And na biscuit him be now, and they know.
So everybody could just kind of like see how they can use him to
Exactly.
get wherever
So
they can. Hmm.
back to the voyage of that king where you know see this guy Kanu.
Yep.
Those see where they talk, they open many people eye, and they no like him. When you see that girl, they talk say Fulani, they do this one. So this outside they here now Fulani they rule. All those things now waiting they pick up from Kano talk. And those people they no like them. If you see the way they take Kano, no be only Nigeria say bring them. No. Now they just
Right.
you know, they just you understand, they just close the matter. Because the guy they go far. You understand? So now make that guy go Kenya, go thank them.
Hmm.
You understand? So this one where Mark they do now because they know if you do them now for UK because Nigerians go quickly say waiting this one. You understand?
You know, there are 2 million of us in this place, by the way. So
Uh-huh.
somehow, I mean, I'm not 100% sure of that, but it could trigger something.
No, yes, Nigerians go ask question because Nigerians don't already they say you know this guy you know this guy and he carry all this money where they say this guy and they work free. They go tell you say they go carry and they go cut all those things now. You understand?
Just formality.
The one thing you say somebody go see that kind of money, run go Nigeria, they go leave them. Not possible now. Not possible. You know.
Anyway, Baba, GC, thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome, my brother.
Okay. Enjoy
yes,
the rest
of
the evening.
Thumbs
yourself.
up.
Take it easy.
Thumbs up, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thumbs
nice
up.
one. So, talking about this France, I don't know if it was just me, right? Where the weekend was also taken to France, by the way. And when he was to greet Macron, the first picture on the left was when Wike moved closer. When you zoom the picture to the one on the right, it's like Macron was holding his breath. I don't know if it's just me. Tell me if I am wrong. Okay. Macron is holding his breath. And it's pretty much like some said it is alcohol. Others said it is the mouth odor of Tinubu and Wike alcohol combined. I don't know. I'm just trying to kind of read a picture. And I may be 100% wrong, which is fine by me. Okay. But I'm just trying to kind of read a picture, see if my interpretation of it, I mean, nobody can tell me that Macron is not holding his breath here. Right? Then also, just yesterday, Donyo Okuigbe uploaded this image on the left. which was a completely unrelated picture that they photoshopped. And Oyokuigbe was telling people that Macron and his wife, they dressed in Nigerian attire. Then Tinubu and his wife also dressed in Yoruba attire. But at the end of the day, it was somebody else's wedding picture that the Adagbajera Ufu Oyokuigbe photoshopped and to celebrate Tinubu in Paris. So these two images are currently on social media, and there are questions to be asked. I don't know if the mixture of alcohol and mouth odor, the Tinubu's mouth odor, as well as with the weakest alcoholic breath, are they both combined, which could be like atomic bomb that got Macron uncomfortable. But since Macron knows what they look for, so it can endure for some minutes, whatever it takes. I don't know if you have seen that or not. Anyway, let me say thank you to my to this older boy, brother. Thank you very much. That's older from Leeds. Thanks so much for your own generosity there. I got your super chats. And similarly, Latiaruno, I got your buy me a coffee. Clearly, I got that of my man, Yomitotu. And I have also received that of my leader, Lababs. Well, all of you are feeling generous this evening. So I have to say thank you to all of you. And every penny counts, they say. Every little help. I appreciate you as you are appreciating Mayegun. The universe will keep you or will preserve you all for me and preserve me for you as long as we breathe. Here is Stanley. Hello there.
My brother.
My brother. One name. How are you, sir?
God bless you.
Amen.
How is everything?
You too.
Well, whenever I'm coming back from work, I'm always like very full of ecstasy that I'm going to listen to you by the time.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people will say that, why are you saying all these things? A lot of my friends will say, why am I listening to Nigerian news? To be honest with you, most of us here, we are not here because we want to be here. Our minds are back home. But just because that there is nothing back home, left us back home. So that is why we are just left here to manage with whatever we have here. There is no freedom abroad. You know that. But in as much as it is, the problem is now, my God, what do we do? How do we carry out these things? Because all these things, you see, when I was a kid at the age of 3, my father always told us that Nigeria would never get better. At the age of 3. And as this time went on, we found out that he has a point. It's getting worse. There was a time he made a statement. He said that in 2014 or so, 1,900 was about 200 or 300,000, something like that. That's 900 pounds or dollars.
Those who are earning 300,000 naira around 2014, 2015 is more valuable than those who are earning 3 million naira today. And the math is very straightforward too. What you could buy with 300,000 naira in 2015, right? 3 million naira cannot buy it for you today.
Do you know that, like I said, do you know that when we look at it and see, think that the more the value of the pound goes up, the more it is to our own advantage. If you go home, my friend who came back from the US, just stayed 1 week in Nigeria, he called me, said, also, he went to Lagos to buy sweets with his children. He said, also, he couldn't buy anything, and he saw 120,000 in his pocket. He now started asking himself, how are these people in this country surviving? So, and this thing happened to me when I went to Nigeria in April. I said, when I was buying something and I summed it up to about 60 something thousand. I looked at what I was buying. I now said to myself, is this how Nigeria is now? One man by the side started laughing. So my brother, now so we see him.
You know that time when you say you go give your pikin 50 naira to go to school, right?
Exactly.
And they went bus, right? 10 naira or 15 naira to 15 naira back. They use 20 naira for during their lunch break, right? Today in Nigeria, parents are giving their children 1,000 naira, 1,500 naira to go to school. And guess what? 700 naira for transportation or 800 naira to and fro. And then you're like, sometimes they'll say, because there's no money for transportation, children don't go to school.
My friend in Enugu said that they pay and fees about 1,250 naira go to school a day. So what he does is that the guy goes to school 3 times and the remaining 2 days he stays at home. What do we do? I said, you're making, there's a point you made today from what you said, that those politicians, the so-called major party, that there is something they should bring out their supporters. I know where you're going to, and I know you don't want to just open up and say something, but that is what we need to do.
That is why I'm like, if any one of them is saying they are coming together, preparing to form a coalition, and none of them is ready to actually move out their supporters who are actually Nigerians, who are victims of this, this APC. If you are afraid of asking your supporters to hit the street and make a demand, there's no point in asking them to go and get voters card. That's deceitful. Waste of time.
You know, the funny thing is that everybody should just, instead of coming out even to protest, everybody should bring out their cars and block the streets and just go. Bring out your cars and block the streets and go. But the funny thing is that if you do that, the so-called the people that you're doing it for will come out and vandalize your car and steal from your car. That is a problem we have. It happens in some countries. Just block your road. Go to the airport, you block road, block. Nobody goes and nobody comes in. Leave it there. And let's see how it works. They will come out and talk. My brother, I feel so saddened. I wouldn't lie to you. I feel so saddened. But look at what you were saying. The police that are meant to protect you, they are the ones doing the kidnapping. The Navy that are supposed to protect the territorial waters are the ones aiding and abetting the movement of all this. The army who are we going to turn to?
The DSS, they were supposed to discover a crime before they ever happened, right? They are looking at those.
They are looking for those who are saying something about politicians. Exactly. Exactly.
The Navy that are supposed to prevent, to protect the waterways in Nigeria, they are the ones aiding and abetting bunkers. Soldiers who are supposed to go after armed people, they are there fighting over who is going to protect us. The bunkers. Custom, who are supposed to keep us safe from harmful stuff getting into the country, they are the ones sharing slot with smugglers. Who are we going to turn to?
That is the problem. My brother, I am tired. There was something you said. You said that somebody said it depresses her, so she goes up and she comes in. Like you rightly said, whether you like it or not, if you come back after 2 months, it's still the same problem. We are facing the same problem.
I mean, you say you are taking a break from Mayewu, which I approve of, right? But that too means that even if you come back in 3 months' time, it's going to be something even possibly worse than the last thing you heard when you left.
Exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So if there's anyone if there are those who have the capacity to actually really change something right now, there should be those who are looking forward to 2027. Nobody should, Obasanjo said it, nobody should be preparing for 2027 in this kind of situation that Nigeria is in right now. If you can't fight it right now, it doesn't mean that you are going to fight for the people, even if they come out to vote for you and they steal the votes. It doesn't mean that you are going to fight for them. You're all probably going to say you want to go to court.
But let me say one last thing before I go off. Do you know that if Nigerians want to change Nigeria, they can?
Yes, now.
It's very easy. It is very easy. All these things we are saying, it is very easy. If Nigerians mean business and say, we're going to change this thing now and decide to move, my brother, these people take to their heels. I'm telling you the truth.
I know.
But, like I said, it is okay. I will keep listening. In any way, we always keep listening and hoping. Exactly.
We shall see.
No problem.
Maybe somehow, what we are doing on this platform, it may not be giving this, immediate reactions, right? It could be very slow, all right? But with our consistency, some of them probably are working around something similar to what we are projecting. So we'll give it time without stopping. Stanley Baba, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sir. Interesting. So again, when people ask what is the solution, most of people who ask that, they are mostly the people who are one Nigerianist. When people ask me that, what do you think is the solution to Nigeria problem? I'm like, the number one solution is to break up the contraption, break it up. But I strongly believe in that. But from my own research, right, you can't break up Nigeria if you don't get the supposed victims of Nigeria on your side. Do you understand what I mean? That you see, the people, a lot of people are so ignorant that they do not want to try anything new. Okay? So until we reach that critical mass where either people side with those who wants to break the entire system to give them a Nigeria that possibly will represent them, or you get the people on our side, those who wants to break up the country on, or once either of us reach that critical mass, then you can activate any action that will indeed change the status quo. But the people who I think have a bit of what can be done, the wherewithal right now, they are the criminal politicians themselves, or the fairer ones, the likes of Obi, the likes of Showore, maybe a little bit of that of Atifku too, the good, the bad, the ugly. You get what I mean? Because in the process, they will pay some prices too. Everything that the system has given to them will likely also be sacrificed. Something that I believe is why they have been held back. Atifku is a generational sort of criminal who has been in the system for so long, and he's been rewarded greatly, or he rewarded himself greatly. So if he comes and pull rank with others, in the process, he will sacrifice, he will lose a lot of what Nigeria, or he has kind of stolen from Nigeria too. Peter Obi will also lose some of the privileges that he, as one of the elites, has managed to keep for himself. He will lose them. So that simply means that they would need to be ready to sacrifice some of the things that gives them comfort for this system to work. So either way, hello. Lose them. So that simply means that they...
Hello, Michael.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, sir. It's been a while, Joe. It seems to suddenly have turned to a silent watcher in the last couple of days.
Yeah, I had to go silent because I was involved in certain things that I needed to concentrate a bit more to get them out of the way.
Okay, fair enough. And now you're back. Please.
Obviously, I'm just gonna hit one of the biggest issues. Like I say, you're chipping on the back of the wood, and you're beginning to get